Yo, it's your boy No. We are back on the No Show. I'm your host, No. I'm back, baby. It's been a tough 3 weeks of this first year. Happy 2023. We made it, y'all. We still alive. What haven't I been doing? All right. Sorry it's taken me this long. What haven't I been doing, dude? I've just got done putting out this movie last month. I hope y'all go see it. Strikes from the Grave. I hope it's up in there in the descriptions. And then 2 music videos that you guys haven't seen yet that, hopefully they'll get put up. It's just like a continuous work. And then I'm working on 2 movies, one called Blood Diamond and one called Wrong Trails. I think I've been working on Wrong Trails for a little bit. It's just that I'm trying to write up the script. It's hard to, as like a writer, director, DP, editor, all that I do in one. It's just hard to find the right significant person I can see doing this role. I want a person to really do this role really good. So I don't know. It's really difficult to, I guess, see in my mind the one I want, like the actress I could find. I don't know, but anyways, we'll figure that out. Today, let's get into it. Okay, let's get off UFC 283. Let's go. So all right, let's get on this. Let's do this right now. At this point, what you've seen with Glover and Jamal was inspiring, period. Okay. What you've seen was a 40-something-year-old, I think he's like 45, 44-year-old man retired. Do you know how long, as someone that I've been trying to fight, right? I've been fighting for like 3 years, off and on. I had my cage fight, having problem training off and on because of just, dreams and everything else, trying to put it on hold, trying to go back and forth, which is not good. And my problem with fighting right now is that I feel like I'm too old. I feel like I'm too old to try to really go into that. For some reason, I've let people get into my head about my age. I love fighting, period. I love fighting. I get down with it. It's whatever. I grew up fighting, man. I think it's because I grew up having to prove something to anyone I was around because I didn't feel like I was good enough or belonged. It all stems back to my mom abandoning me. So I felt like, I've done all this leg work in jiu-jitsu and wrestling and stand-up and kickboxing with some good people over the years that's helped me off and on, and I love the shit out of the AJJ community. I love the shit out of just martial arts community. I just love mixed martial arts. And the reason why I'm saying all this is for someone that's in my age to see somebody in their 40s, mid 45, 44, and he's already got the championship. And understand this, when you get that champion, I don't care. It's like a music dude. Once you get that Grammy, you have done it. You have got the best of the best. You have become the highest of the highest. What you do after that now is up to you, but you have reached that pinnacle that you were trying to reach. I mean, it's a championship belt if you're an artist and you get a Grammy. If there's no other thing higher than that, nothing. It's the Oscars for an artist. So, he's did that. Glover did that. He got that belt. Yeah, it sucks that he lost even in his own hometown. But listen, the man achieved his goals. Regardless, he achieved his goals. Whether he win or lost, he's achieved his goals. That's inspiring to me. That's inspiring to see someone go that hard, Inspiring. And Jamal, come on. How inspiring is that? This lets you know that anyone can win a fight. I was going to do a show before this fight happened where I was going to tell y'all that Glover was going to dog walk him. I was going to be all wrong because I didn't think Jamal was going to be able to do that, to keep him from taking him down. I just didn't see that. You see what I'm saying happening? No, my fault. Sorry about that. I just didn't see that happening. It was remarkable, honestly. I couldn't believe it, but it lets you know that here's someone that just got their dreams. How inspiring is that to see someone make their dreams, especially someone you never thought was going to win the fight? Most of us, come on, you did not think Jamal was going to win that fight. My whole premise was that he was going to take him down and choke him out. That's what I thought, which Glover did try. It's inspiring, yo. It really is, But let's be real with ourselves now. We've said all the hypeness and all the great. Let's go into the negative. Jamal's going to lose that belt the next time he fights. Anybody on that top rank can whoop him. I'm sorry. I'm not being a hater. I'm being a realist. If Alex Pereira, because he was eyeing, if he fights Alex Pereira knocks him the fuck out. I'm sorry, y'all. If he fights fucking, which we're gonna get into in a second, but if he fights Ciryl Gane, he's losing. He's gonna lose. Period. He fights Jon Jones. No, sir. No, sir. No. No. I'm just saying the three people that he has to fight, no matter what, can all win. So I don't see him having that belt. And we're not even going to talk about the former champ, because if the former champ comes back, okay. So at the end of the day, let's take this as what it is. Congratulations, Jamal. You reached your dreams. Glover reached his dreams. One hell of a fight. That's the only thing I'm going to talk about is that fight from the UFC, because I really couldn't care less about the other ones. Okay, let's go into it. Ciryl versus Jones. Now, I can sit here and say that exactly what I was going to say about Glover and Jamal, but it makes me want to hesitate now, because I'm like, maybe I'll speak too soon and say some shit that may not happen. The problem is that we haven't seen Jon Jones perform in 2 years. So it's a little bit of you wondering if the ring rust is real. It's a little bit of really understanding, is he going to be ready for this type of fight? I know he's heavier, but I mean, is he going to be slower? I mean, he was slowing down those last fights. It's just kind of like, you never know what you're going to get with this fight, but you can't sit here and be like, oh, because I was going to sit here and I was going to tell y'all Jon Jones is going to whoop the fuck out of Ciryl. And the thing is Ciryl can stand up. He's fast. He can move around. His wrestling and jiu-jitsu is horrible, but he can stand up. He's a Muay Thai fighter for real. Jon Jones, it's all on Jon Jones. Is Jon Jones still Jon Jones? Can Jon Jones still deliver an impactful fight for us? Is Jon Jones still the Jon Jones that made us fall in love with him? That's the whole question we're all trying to figure out right now. Because it's hard for me to say, yeah, because, okay, in a normal world, and he was fighting, all I would say is Ciryl couldn't even stop Francis from bringing him down. I don't think he can stop the defense of Jon Jones. If you can't stop Francis, and Francis was just double legging you and getting you to the ground, I 100% sure that Jon Jones can grab you up and get you on that ground. And then once you get on the ground, you're fucked. Period. You know, is that going to happen? I don't know, but that would be the best bet if you're a Jon Jones fan. You know, he's a wrestler. I mean, he's good. He's a universal fighter, but he could out-wrestle this dude. I mean, I'm pretty confident that Jon Jones could probably still out-wrestle this dude and win. My whole thing is I don't know how Jon Jones is going to perform after all this time being gone. We have no means to know that, you know, because I'm going to tell you something. I fight, and I'm going to tell you, I've seen people that could be the best fighters in the gym beating up everybody's ass and then get into a fight and get knocked the fuck out. None of that matters. None of that matters until that fight. So it's hard to even predict that. If I had to predict it, which what I'm doing, I'm still gonna say Jon Jones grabs him and has his way with him for real. I mean, if you couldn't stop Francis, how you gonna stop Jon Jones? I just don't see that. And he's leagues above Francis. And let's get on to Francis leaving the UFC, because I didn't even care about it, but I think we're kind of being a little bit overrated. The guy blew his knee out. He wasn't going to beat Jon Jones. They've already sparred before. Everyone forgets that they sparred a long time ago. They used to spar together. I mean, Jon Jones knows this dude, what he can't do. I mean, it's pretty clear when it comes to that. If you're a fan and you've watched it and you've been watching it for so long, yeah, they've already sparred together. Like, Jon Jones got what he needed to get out of the situation when they sparred together. I mean, I don't see the significance of everyone getting all in their emotions about this, because it's like, at the end of the day, you knew Francis was going to leave. You knew he wasn't coming back. He even basically said it. And before that, like 2 weeks prior, you seen his mom with the PFL. You knew he was gone. I mean, I never thought he was coming back at all. And I'm going to be real. I don't think he wanted to come back, because he wasn't going to win that fight. I don't give a fuck what he talking about. He wasn't going to win that fight. And I know it sucks, because all he wanted to do is basically be Conor. He wanted to go and do his own shit, which I guess I don't see anything wrong if Dana White gets money out of it. I just don't see what the problem was. But, you know, hey, It is what it is, but I'm gonna tell you what. I'll tell you this right now, Francis. If you take that fight with Tyson Fury, you will make the most money you ever made. If it's about money, take that money. But you are gonna get fucked up if y'all just box. It'll be different if he does those rules he's talking about, 4-ounce gloves, and it'll be very, very interesting because one hit from Francis will. But you gotta think, this guy Fury has been hit by the bomber. And you don't know if the bomber hits harder than fucking Dante Wilder. You don't know. People don't talk about that. You don't know, but I'd like to see who hits harder because, listen, Dante Wilder is knocking people out, like, hard. So I digress on that. I just don't really give a fuck about Francis getting, leaving UFC or not, but let's not act like we didn't see it coming. Let's not act like it was something that was all out of proportion and, oh my God, you knew he was going anyways. There wasn't really any, I didn't hear him anything switch it up for the last 6 months when he blew his knee. I was talking about that. I just don't see any of that. And you think he was going to come back and do all that shit that they was trying to do? They literally was trying to make that man lose against Ciryl. They was trying to do all they could, man. They was fucking mind games is just as important in fighting because your mentality has to be in the fight. If you get out for that and you start thinking about other stuff, it leads to errors. So they were doing a lot of stuff to fuck with him because your mind is very important into a fight. Like I remember one time when I was getting a haircut before a fight and the dude's cutting my hair and he wants to talk to me and all I'm doing is breathing in, breathing out, just like I'm focusing on the task again. I'm not worried about nothing else, could care less what the fuck he talking about. It's one of those focused things you have to be, well, you try to be at least. And the UFC tried to stagger him off of that quick. Yeah, so we've already talked about all the topics that really, I really wanted to get in here and discuss with you guys because it was really just like, all these things that I keep going through as far as, editing. You never know, like, editing takes a long time, for, and days with people and just trying to get it right, This new place I'm trying to go to with No Productions is, we just got our LLC, so now we're just trying to become a company that can bring what we see, the image and the quality we can bring to people. And, this podcast has helped me a lot to keep myself focused on everything that I'm doing. And it sucks that I don't have enough time as I usually am trying to do. And this year I'm trying to make time for this. I really tried last year to get a lot of hosts and guests. It didn't pan out because people have schedules. I have a lot of, my schedules be fucked up, yo. It's not them, it's me, yo. My schedules be fucked up. But I really, really want to try to get as many interviews I can get this year. I really love interacting with different people, and I really love talking to them and letting us get to know these people because we're on a journey, baby. We're on a journey, and we're trying to better ourselves every day. If you're a no-aholic and you're watching this show, we're trying to better ourselves. We're trying to stay positive. We're trying to keep everything that we love inside. We're trying to.